Tori and I'm a Winnie the Pooh collector from the UK, and today's video is going to be a little bit different, but I need to hold myself accountable and we are going to sort it out together. I have the tendency of making what I like to call waiting areas. So whenever I've like got a big haul or like lots of new stuff, it just kind of goes in a pile until I like can be bothered to put it away. And it's got to get out of hand. And I've got a few things coming in the post, so knowing that the pile's just going to get bigger, I thought we could sort it out together. I literally saw something on Threads the other day that says, as content creators, chores are made easier if you turn it into content. So that's why I thought we could do it together, because like, if I can turn something into a fun little time lapse, it just makes the job feel a bit more fun. So although organising my collection isn't the easiest of things, I need to hold myself accountable to do it more regularly. When I get something new, instantly find a home for it, because otherwise it'll keep building up, making the job a bit more harder. So I have an idea of what we're going to do today. So I think without further ado, let's get organised. So this is what you don't usually see in my videos. I usually just move this. Look at the tan line from my watch. Oh my goodness. But that's usually what you don't see because I usually move it to the side. So that's what we are going to be tackling today. We're also going to be focusing on this bottom shelf here because I have two more Funkos on the way. There's a Funko buried in that pile, so we need to reorganise that to fit some more Funkos on. The plushies here, we're going to put, the plan is to reorganise these shelves here to sort them out. Ignore this bit over here, I know that needs sorting, but most of them are mugs just waiting to go up there because I've ordered another mug rack. And then yeah, don't worry about that, don't worry about that, that's under control. These plushies over here, reorganise that. That started off as my Winnie the Pooh fruit basket, so I'd like to get it back to being a Winnie the Pooh fruit basket. And do you like Rabbit's Man United top? It's my fiance's favourite football team and I found it in a charity shop. It's a Build-A-Bear t-shirt and I couldn't think of any other plushes I have that would fit it, so Rabbit's wearing that. So yeah, we're gonna sort this out. I have these to obviously move to fit in the smaller plushies. I'll show you where they're going. I'm gonna need the light on in this room because it's always a bit dark down here. But this is obviously loungefly room. The bag I used yesterday, I need to remember to put it back in its place. It's still downstairs on the dining table. I need to remember to put that back in place. So loungefly corner here, when you turn around, I've got this unit here, which I've been having a big like sort out and sell of things that I just like don't really need or want or like don't really look at anymore. So got lots of space on here to play around with. So my thinking is this is going to turn into like the bigger style Winnie the Pooh like plus display. I have a little Winnie the Pooh library actually in my room, but I think I'll bring a few more books out here, join into this library, and then sort of have a sort out of these shelves. These shelves aren't the biggest priority at the moment. Obviously clearing the pile on the floor is the biggest priority. But yeah, this is just where things are going to be going. I've just got changed into some like more comfies for doing this, and I've also grabbed some duster and polish just to do my shelves as we go. We're not going to do a full cleanse, we're just like the bits we're doing, and then I'll do my normal cleansing on the weekend so you don't have to sit here and watch me do my entire collection. So yeah, I'm going to put on a playlist and we're going to start focusing on the bottom shelf and just crack on and do some organising. my dad just brought me a cup of tea, so I feel like this is a good time to pause and just have a catch up on what I've done. But I've got some things in front of me that we are going to figure out. These were on the shelf, just sort of using them as space fillers, so I might move these down to the kitchen so I can actually use the tea, and then once the tins are free I can then just use them as storage tins. But I've got these tea tins, so they'll go down to the kitchen. I resorted out my fruit basket, so that's got all my fruit plush in it again. And one of the things that had made its way into the fruit basket were these boxes from the mystery loungefly key rings, and I don't know, I just have a thing about keeping things. But instead of clogging up my collection in here, what I'll do is take them through to the loungefly room, and on my loungefly cubes shelves there's about like that much space behind the bags, so I've been using some of them as storage. So we'll find a bag that hasn't already got stuff behind it and just put them behind it there. These macaroon style lip balms, I don't entirely know what to do with them. So I've got quite a few like Winnie the Pooh makeup self-care products, so I might make a little box full of them just so all of that stuff can stay in the same place. But as for now, I am going to, I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I've got drawers under my bed with pajamas in. I'm just going to put them in the top of a pajama drawer just so they're out of the way for now, and then next time I come to get a fresh set of pajamas I'll see them and it'll be a reminder. I know like reorganizing, that's like a bad thing, like just putting things out of sight doesn't count as tidying up, but it helps with us for now. So let me show you what I've done down here. So I gave this area a little dust up because I didn't really want to take all the books off. This Funko I got on my day trip to France, and he had just been sat here ever since. To be fair, in my defense, I have been waiting on two, as you know, this Funko collection, I'm waiting on Pooh and Tigger to come, and I had no idea when they'd be coming. There's a whole like story behind it. I've got the unboxing for them is coming soon, I do promise. I've got a whole story time about why that has taken so long, so I'll save that for that video. But basically I hadn't wanted to put him on the shelf because I was waiting to save him so I could put all three Funkos on it together, but obviously that took a bit longer than I was hoping for. So made space for him, and the plan is when I eventually do get my other two Funkos, which is Pooh Bear and Tigger I'm waiting for, that's what these ones are for. They're just space fillers, so when they come these will go onto a plush shelf, and then I've got space for two more Funkos there, and he'll just stay down there with a Funko on top. So these are just kind of space fillers for now. Oh, Piglet, I had them so nicely set up there, but now I can't do it one-handed. There we go. And then yeah, I've just got my pears in front and a little money bank in front. So I've got all my plush here to sort out onto the ladder shelf next. The only other thing I wanted to talk to you about is I've got this Piglet bauble. I got it in a Christmas mystery box a couple of years ago, but the thing is it's not Christmassy related, so I didn't want to like put it in my like tree decorations bag. You see, it's just Piglet. I think it's just, can you see it here? I've got a Disney store ornament there. That's from the sketchbook collection, just hanging up from above, but this one hasn't got like a label that I can hang it with like that one, and this one just feels a bit more delicate than that one. So as much as I'd like to have it on display, while I can't think of a perfect place to display it, just going to put it back in the box for now for safekeeping. So if you have an idea of like a safe place to display it, let me know. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about, I can't find where I put it. Ah, it's here, it's behind me. Do you remember when I went to Pooh Corner and I got the Lorcana cards? I've still just got them in the Pooh Corner bag because I don't know how I'm supposed to display them. I know like Lorcana collectors have like their folders of them, like Pokemon collectors have their folders of Pokemon cards, but since I'm just collecting the Winnie the Pooh ones, I don't really need a folder to keep them in. So if anyone has any ideas of how I can display them, because I'd like to have them on display, like I'd like to be able to see them, please do let me know. Like, is there like a display frame I could do, or any ideas of like how I could display them in a frame? Because like there is more cards to collect, so I need it to be something where I can easily add to it, because like I don't really want them just like, I could just lay them on the shelf. I don't really want to do that. I'd like to have them like somewhere nicely. So if you've got any ideas for my Lorcana cards, do let me know. So those will be going back back in the bag just for safekeeping, just so I know where they are, because I feel like something like them could easily get lost. Just behind the fruit basket, just so we know where they are. That's not a long-term thing, that's until I can come up with a creative idea of what to do with them. So they're there. This I'll just put it on top of the books there, again, until we come up with an idea for it. The other thing that will just be living here, that has always, because again I don't know how else I'm supposed to display them, is my Winnie the Pooh Crocs. I only wear them for best occasions. I think the only time I've worn them so far was when my mum threw a Christmas party, like the weekend before Christmas, and then I also wore them on Christmas Day. Best occasion sort of shoes. Those just live propped up there because I don't know how you're supposed to display Crocs. They're not going, like, I've got my nice shoe rack that you can see back there that we built in the Easter vlog, but they're for shoes I like wear and, like, you know, daily use. These are my bests, so I don't know what else to do. Moving on to this. Oh, the other thing I did think about, let me just move you ever so slightly. These, I quite like how it looks having my, like, 90 Naughty Disney Store plush there. Here I've got these little, like, they're meant to look like VHS tape boxes. They've got, the top one's got pins in it, the bottom one's got a plush in it. I'm just thinking, do I take that off and put it onto, like, my, like, Winnie the Pooh library? Obviously I've got part of my library here, I've got another part in the other room. Do I go put them with the library? Because then I feel like that I could fit a few more plush in that space. Possibly. I might do that, because I also have a Jim Shaw Disney Tradition here. Might move them and them into the shelves in the loungefly room, because then that'll give us a few more space for plush here. We'll do that. I think we're going to do that before we move into the other room. Let's have a sip of cup of tea and let's crack on again. I might swap this Pooh out with one I've got on the ladder shelves behind me, because he's like a standing plush and he's always just having to, like, sit on the edge, and I'm always scared of, like, knocking him, so I'll swap him with a sitting down one. Pooh takes up too much space on there, if he'd be worth going somewhere else. I might take him off for now and we can figure him out. I also had this guy sat on this shelf. I feel like I can find a different home for him. I feel like this is better off just staying as... Oh, I might actually fit him down here. There we go. I've slotted him in down the bottom there. So we've got a few spaces here for some more plushies. Let's see what we can do. Okay, I think that looks better. Oh, just need to find somewhere to tuck his tag in. There you go. Yeah, I've got 2 rows of plush there and I think that looks better. I have found a shop on Etsy that sells Disney key holders, so I'm going to order one of them so then I can get them nicely displayed. But yeah, that looks much better. And then that looks better. My tripod's still over there, but I've moved you over here, so sorry if the lighting's bad. But I might be able to do all this without having to redo, like, all of them onto that other shelf, which would be quite cool, because I wanted to save that shelf for future things anyway, so I didn't want to start filling that up. So the only things I've got left to sort out in here are the new bundle I got off of Vinted the other day, which I said I would be going on my plush display. Obviously this did initially start off as an Easter display, but I think, in hindsight, me doing a monthly themed display was a bit too ambitious of me. I should have known I can't keep up with doing something like that every month. But we're keeping this for a while until I get another burst of creativity to change it, or I have no idea to change it. Other than Christmas, I haven't got many more ideas. Like could do a Halloween one. Other than that, I haven't really got many ideas. Like I thought it would be a good way to like show off all my plush, but it's just having enough of the same theme, which is what I'm struggling with. So we're sticking with, forget Easter, it's now just spring theme, but I feel like Easter and spring is just my aesthetic anyway, so it works, it's fitting. So let's put these on there and then we're almost done, I think. There you go. Just an overflowing Easter display that's now gone into a spring display, but it's just my aesthetic, isn't it? Flowers, butterflies, all things cute and poo. It's just a Tori display now. It's just everything that I love. It's cute, and as you can see, we've fitted all the new ones on along the front there. Right, welcome to the other room. Loungefly corner is behind you. This is the behind the door section. Shout out to my craft tables. So this had been the overflow shelf from when I redid my room, and all the things that I didn't really want displayed anymore I brought in here. And as I've been shifting through everything, I've been putting a lot of stuff on Vinted, so I've been clearing a lot of space. This bottom shelf is stuff I'm still not sure if I want to keep, want to sell, so just ignore that for now. But we have got 2 fresh shelves ready for Winnie the Pooh. I've got things that I've taken off of the shelves here. I've already given the shelves a bit of a spray and a dust, so we are going to work through it. I think first we're going to start off by reconstructing my Pooh library, which I wanted all my Pooh books in one place, but I've now got them in 2 places. So right, where shall we start? I've got this. How cool is it? It's missing 1 book because I got it from the charity shop. I'm keeping an eye out just to try and complete the collection of it. But you've got a whole little storybook, and it's in like a little cupboard. How cool is that? And the bottom bit is a like little storage drawer, which I just think is so cute. Okay, on to my other books. I found this in a charity shop quite recently, and I did find a year. It looks really old. I did find a year on it. It's got When We Were Very Young, The House at Pooh Corner, Winnie the Pooh, and Now We Are 6. This book was first published October 13th, 1927, reprinted 40 times, reset and reprinted 1965, reprinted 9 times, reprinted 1974. Reprinted in Great Britain by Richard Clay in Suffolk. In case you didn't know, I'm from Suffolk. How funny is that? These books were printed in Suffolk. A Suffolk Winnie the Pooh collector. I love that. I love a classic thing. Right, so they're there. Let's go with one of my most special books in my collection. It is the centenary edition of When We Were Very Young, which was A.A. Milne's first ever child's book, which is then obviously what led him to go on to write Winnie the Pooh. So obviously I've got a copy of it in this one, but this is an exact reprint of how it would have been 100 years ago, but obviously with gold hardware foilings to celebrate the 100th anniversary. I want the little sleeve bit in the middle. Oh, actually no, I need to have them going in high order. The sleeve is not going to stay up. Then I've got the Pooh dictionary. I found this in on a car boot sale years ago. Has it got a copyright year on it? First published in Great Britain in 1995 by blah 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 blah. Reprinted 1995 3 times, 1996. First published in the United States of America in 1995. Copyright and designs 1988. I think 1995 for this book. Oh, that's going to annoy me because it's longer than that set, but it's smaller. Oh, that's going to annoy me. I'm going to need your help in the comments. Do I go in high order, or do I go in like length order? I'm thinking high order. That's what I'm going to leave it as for now. Then I've got what I was telling you about, these VHS copies that Disney Store did for the 45th anniversary of The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. They're made to look like a VHS tape, which is so cool. So this big one is the Plush. So it's literally, if you were to get a copy of the VHS tape, it's literally how it would be. So this one has a Pooh Bear, and obviously The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh is Disney's classic 2D animation, so they've done it. They've made a 2D plush. Like, how cool is he? So he just lives in his VHS tape like that. My height and things is gonna go, I don't know. We'll just put everything in place and then decide it. So this again is like a miniature version of the VHS tape, but it contains pins. So you've got a pin again of like the same as the Plush, and then you have a pin of the VHS tape. But what I love about this is, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it. You open it up and can you see that? It's got a little copy of a VHS tape inside, and it's got like the writing on it and everything. Can you see that? It's so cool. It's probably one of my favourite pieces. I love that. So I've got like a book and then VHS tape corner. This isn't really a book, but I got this in a charity shop literally 2 days ago. It's a little photo album set, and then just got little like photo frames in them. I'm definitely going to get some pictures printed out to go in these, but for now they can live there. Okay, so that's all of like my booky thingies done. What shall we put on the end here? I've got another one of my prized possessions, my 1998, oh, that house is open, Polly pocket set. I had been hunting for this for so long, and then I found it on Facebook Marketplace for such a good deal. It's like one of my prized possessions. Will that... I need to stand all the characters up. I think I was more of a Polly Pockets girl than I was a Barbie girl growing up, so that is just straight up my street. Oh, I thought it would fill the space well, but it's going to give us a little bit more space. Let's move you up a shelf and we can see, because as a collector, space is of the essence, so I can't be having little gaps like that. What about my Sim money bank? Let's give you a little bit of a freshen up. Got this from, is it pronounced Auchan? You know, the French supermarket? So Auchan, I think. Well, European supermarkets all over Europe, but it's just not in England. But I got it from the one in Val de Europe. They had these in so many characters. So you got Pooh Bear, and then you got Pooh Bear. He is a pencil case, and he has got colouring pencils in him, so I thought that would be quite fitting with the library. Right, what are we doing? I've got my... this is, if you want to see the unboxing for this, you'll need to go onto my shorts tab, but this is, spoiler alert, but this is the rarest Winnie the Pooh in my collection, plush wise. I think if we put him up there, and then I did talk about this being like a little plushy shelf anyway, so I've got my Big Feet Pooh. Right, it will evolve because I'm not too sure about having him in the corner, whether I need that Pooh Bear in the corner. We'll see how it comes across. Got this Cowboy Pooh. It's just going to be one of those things where it just evolves. As long as I've got everything in some sort of home, it can then evolve into places. So I don't know, we'll come back to ornaments in a minute. I've got this that I got in my Easter vlog that I'm still waiting to build. So I thought I'd just put that in the library for now, and then it's not taking up space, because I did just have it in my little box, you know, my little fruit basket. I did have it in there, but it's not a fruit, so it can't be in the fruit basket because it's a donut. I'm going to put everything in front of me so I can see what we've got left to work with. Got this wooden, like, is it going to work? It's still going. We're going to put it in place while it's still going. It's finished. I'm just going to, like, move Piglet a little so he's lined up with the title bit there. I've got my Jim Shore and my teapot left. I should have done big items first. As I said, it's all going to evolve. I've got some shot glasses, which I might just put, oh, I don't really want them to live here, but I'm going to put them in front of the library for now. That's the sort of thing when I get my future own place, that'll be like a kitchen display item. But for now, I don't know where else I'm supposed to display shot glasses because I don't drink. Teapot and 2 ornaments left. I just realised this one is stood on top of a book. This is a sketchbook ornament. I think it was released again in the anniversary year of the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. So I think that would be quite cool if I was to put it in the library because it's a little book. Next we've got this one of Pooh Bear looking in the mirror. I'm happy with this shelf. Not entirely the shot glasses, but we can move them at a later date. Not entirely happy with... Is he gonna fit there? No, he's not. Not entirely happy with this shelf, but as I said, we can work on it and develop it, so he can go there. The only thing we've got left to place is my teapot. I'm gonna put it on this shelf down here, because as I said, this is all just being re-evaluated. So we'll put it down here, and then we can figure it out as we go along. Because at least it's there and it's up off of the floor. So although it didn't entirely go to plan, because I thought this was going to be all plushies, I feel like it did all work out. My floor is now clean in my room. We've got a nice clear floor, so I don't have to keep pushing everything out of the way when I want to sit down and film a video. We will just go back in there and show you like an overview of what it looks like now. That is just so much better. Got my nice Winnie the Pooh mat, my fruit basket corner, my nice display crocs, and then that shelf is, that just looks much better having it all as plushies. Down here is much more organised. Obviously this is still going to change around when I get my other Funkos, but we've already got them in place, and then those two can go on the shelves in the other room. No more waiting area. We've sorted it all out and everything has got a home. So I know this was a little bit of a different video, but I hope you guys did enjoy the video anyway. If you did, please do pop that thumbs up button. If you'd like to see more from what, do click subscribe down below, and while you're down there, don't forget to ding the notification bell. I mean, might as well. You're already down there, and I'll see you guys real soon. Bye.